In early February, MLS training camps get underway in Florida and California. The players are all quick to point out the difference in the level of play.
Speed of play and speed of thought. These guys, they think so fast. If you're trying to mark someone in college or something, you can kind of stay with them here. The guy will spin and the runs are different, and then off the ball, the game is a lot faster. You just have to be alert every second.
So it's a big difference because coming from college, the pace of the game is a little slower. Even training sessions is a little slower. But here, everything is fast. Training sessions are like games. It feels like games. It's that much more competitive. When you get the ball, 2 or 3 people close you down. They come that much quicker. You have to think faster, react faster.
It's people are more technically sound and have played at higher levels. So the speed of play and the physicality of the game is much higher than I'm used to. The competition within the training sessions is also very high, and it's much different than in college when everyone had their spot on the team and everyone was guaranteed to earn a jersey. That's what every player likes, is the competition and the quality. Playing with players that will stretch your game a little bit and improve you.
Obviously, I want to get adjusted to the game, the speed of the game first, and be able to make decisions faster. I used to take a lot of touches in college maybe and dribble a lot, and if I did that here, I'd get my legs broken.
I think that in college, I could hold the ball in the back and just try and make a play myself, or try and give a ball through the middle. But here, right now, if I hold the ball too long at my feet, the other team's going to get set faster, and then there's nowhere to go with the ball. So I have to have either 2 or 1 touches on the ball and always get it moving and just try and open the field up and not let the defense get set.
I think the speed of play, just like from high school to college, from college to pros, there's a big jump. I thought I handled it well my freshman year in college. I eventually got a starting role, and I think I'm going to try to do the same thing here.
Preseason, I feel like I just want to get used to the new pace and everything. I mean, it's the same thing in college. When you first get to college, you're a little overwhelmed, especially as a keeper, because you're trying to be always a step ahead as a goalkeeper and keep things really organized and calm. So I'm trying to try to slow everything down a little bit, and I think it's already getting to that a little bit where my hands are getting quicker. So balls that before seemed to come a little quicker, I feel like they're not coming quicker anymore, and I'm much more calm.
Every day you learn something new because these guys are guys who've been doing it, for more than 5 years, and they've been around a professional environment. They are that much better than you. You know what I mean? So every training session, you tend sometimes to catch yourself watching them, seeing how they move and what they do with the ball, their reactions towards certain things, and you learn from it every day.
While the speed of the game is increased, so is the star power of their peers.
I'm Richard Jada, but to them, I'm a nobody. They don't know me. They didn't research me. They don't really know anything about me or what I've done. It was just weird seeing McBride there. I mean, he's probably going to be a future. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer probably. We went to Walmart the other day with Blanco, and everybody, cashiers, left their registers when they were working. They go take pictures and get his autograph. So that was just a really cool experience.
It was kind of like an honor to be here. You had Bruce, probably the most well-known U.S. national coach in history. Guys who have played in the EPL, the Bundesliga, and all that, like Tony Senna and Eddie Lewis, guys who've been on national teams.
It's those veterans on a team that help any young player adjust to the league and life as a pro.
They've been a big help so far. They're not yelling at you. They're giving you advice like, hey, next time, you should do this. It's okay. Everyone goes through this kind of thing. I think there's been this couple of times when the guys will pull me aside and say, try and do this or do that, and it's always, trying to help you and stuff. But it's always, I think for the help of the team at the same time, because maybe, especially with a player like mine, you come here and you do try and impress, and you can probably start playing for yourself. And so they kind of remind you, how to fit into the team system and stuff.
I try to talk to them as much as I can and kind of pick their brain and see what kind of information they have to offer. But I think the best way is just to watch them play, to play alongside of them, to play against them, see what their tendencies are. The best way to learn is just to play. And my goal is just to get better, to learn every day. I mean, I have it's a crowded midfield, but a lot of resources in there with Carl Robinson, Amada Gavar, D-Row. All those guys have played the game a long time and have a lot of experiences, a lot of advice. So I'm just trying to be a sponge and absorb all the information that they have to offer. And I think if I get better every day, then I'll fit into the squad nicely.
we just practice together. We support each other, you know. We give each other, or he gives me little tips, you know, because especially, I mean, he's worked with Tosh before, so he kind of is used to the drills a little bit, you know. So he can tell me how to move and everything, you know, where it's important to get set and where not, and things like that. So he's taking care of me. It's a really good thing because I'm a new guy, and they have been in that situation. They have been in MLS. They have some experience. So the first thing that comes to mind is, you know, you can learn from them, you know, and I'm trying to like pick up all the little things, you know, that they can maybe teach me, because like I said, at first right now it's all about experience, and since they have that experience, I can learn from them, you know. Hopefully I can push them, you know, and make them better as well. Maybe they can pick up something from me.
Well, I think everybody's helping me. Everyone's with open arms, from Tony, defensive-wise, Mike Randolph, who plays in the back, attacking-wise, just telling me to get up and down the field as much as possible. Tony, he's showing me how to shift, where to go, and things like that. And I think everybody's just welcoming us.
If I have a question about something, you know, I go up and I ask him later after the practice, and you know, he just sits me down and, you know, talks to me about the situation. And if he actually has something on his mind, he just comes up to me and says something. I mean, I'm not gonna blow him off or anything like that, because I want to learn.
While Gonzalez eases into his role without the pressure of fighting for a spot on the team, Richard Jada is conflicted, not knowing whether to play simple or show his usual flair.
I take risks when I play. I like to do moves. I like to be tricky or fancy, cute, whatever. I like to shoot. I like to score. I like to set people up. I like going forward. For me to play simple and to not see the ball a lot and to not be like the main star, you know, attraction on the team, you know, it's hard to adjust to. I mean, every day is a new day and a new impression on them, and you can't think too much. You just got to go out there and, you know, do what you're capable of doing. There's obviously a little doubt because, you know, it's the coach's decision, and it's if he likes you or he likes another player more than you.
His coach, Dennis Hamlet, weighs in on the balance between being yourself and fitting the team's mold.
I think the players, we want to see them express themselves. You know, we don't want them to completely change. It's got to be a give and take in terms of, you know, what the player's all about, but also understanding what the system and the team's about and how you can find that balance. And so, you know, you don't want to sort of overcoach them in this sort of first phase of preseason. You want to get to know them as you know, as people and as players, and then see how they can adapt to our level of play. He picked up a little bit of an injury on our last game, so hopefully it's not too serious and we can get him back on the field.
That injury would continue to plague Jada throughout the Florida camp.
They want me to be 100%, so that's the most important thing right now, just getting healthy. And once I get healthy, we'll go from there.
As the preseason enters its latter stages, Jada's hopes of making the team hang in the balance. Next time on Rookie Life, teams take shape.